I was going to tack this on at the end of the video, but I'm going to put it at the beginning of the video because a lot of people don't stick around for my videos the whole length, I've noticed. That's fine. No judgment. Just put it at the beginning. So as you can see, I had all those levels already unlocked. I was going for the name card. I was going for that Serenity Pot item, and I missed out on a lot of rewards. As you can see, it says at the bottom left, less than 1 hour for the battle period, so it should have been available. And on that previous screen, it said it had 19 minutes before it was going to end. And there's all the rewards on the left. I'm going to miss on the Gnostic Hymn, as well as the Gnostic Chorus, the name card. And I don't give two whatevers about the condensed resin. I'm upset about. But it says at the top there, purchase period ended. I'm like, why can't I purchase it? It won't let me. It said I had an hour left in the bottom left, or less than an hour. Again, I don't know if that just means it's you got that much time to claim the rewards, but in the previous screen, it showed that there was a period of time there, like 19 minutes, where I should have been able to buy it. I filled out a trouble ticket. I'm sure they're not going to do anything about it except tell me, boohoo, do better next time. But man, talk about a game company where you're trying to throw money at them and they won't let you. I already earned the levels. I was just trying to unlock it with the money. Just don't end up like me, adventures. Alright, well, this is going to now bleed into the other video that I recorded. Instead of putting it at the end of the video, I'm putting it at the beginning. Alright, enjoy the next half. Well, I lucked out. I actually have enough space on my hard drive to do a 4K video for once. How's it going, adventures? Seraph here. I know it's been a while since I put a video out for the Genshin Impact game. I do play the games, but this is my primary focus, and this is a video I want to make really quick. I want to point out a couple things. So last night, the Battle Pass was ending. This has been a problem for me in the past before, and I screwed up. I thought I had more time, and there was still an hour left on the Battle Pass, because I always do my dailies and stuff, but it's usually at the end of the day. I went to go to the Battle Pass, which is now gone for the moment, as you can see. There'd be a tile there. And I'll tack on the video where I show the proof of what happened at the end of this one. But essentially, I went to go buy the Gnostic Chorus, because I usually get the Gnostic Chorus on this account. That's the part of the Battle Pass that gives you the name card. And I'm a collector of the name cards, and of course there was the Serenity Pot item and everything. This is an example of a Battle Pass from last Battle Pass during the summer event we had. It was the fourth iteration of that. It was the Golden Apple Archipelago a couple times, and then we had some other regions. This was by far, I think, my favorite one. The storybook that we were in and everything was really cool. And I'm glad I got that name card to commemorate that. But unfortunately, as of last night, due to a technicality on hoyoverse's part, where it said I still had time to purchase or to get the battle pass, maybe it's just the rewards. Maybe they meant I had time to claim the rewards, but the part of the battle pass to actually buy it expired. I don't know what happened exactly, but I filled out a trouble ticket just to complain, even if nothing else. So I permanently missed this one here for Natlin. Kind of sucks. It's pretty cool, and I'm regretting that I missed that. And then on top of that, there was a limited edition Serenity Pot item I missed as well. Um, that really sucks, and I missed a lot of rewards that I earned. I leveled up to 50, did the weekly stuff. I missed a ton of rewards that went with it as well, and I think it was worth the value. I've always gotten it because I thought it was worth the value. But I think going forward now, as of getting burned with that, now the second time since I started playing this game 4 years ago, I'm just going to be picky and choosy about the battle pass as I do from now on, because there's been a few times where the name cards and the stuff that came with it I was not too impressed by. The Serenity Pot item didn't have any functionality; it just was for looks, and I don't know. I just some battle passes I'm like, I could have lived without that probably. For the most part, they're pretty awesome, but like this one here, it's okay. Not really super awesome. I think it was for like Fontaine, and when they had the prison uh, part of that story, and just sometimes I'm like, you know what, I could pass on that. But I digress. I'm starting to ramble here. I'm just saying, from now on, I'm going to be picky with it because I got screwed over a second time now. I did the work, I went to pay, and they just didn't want my money. I was throwing at the screen. I tried logging onto my phone and PC, and it just wouldn't work on anything. So they just didn't want my money. The other part of this video I want to say is don't forget to do this. Don't mess up on this because I could have easily messed up on this as well. As you can see, I've got less than a day here. I'm going to claim it right on this video right now. I'm finally going to pick who I want to go with. It was a tough decision for me because I have Kaching at level, well, actually, it should show me in a second here. Yeah, you can review what the constellations are. As you can see, I've got Kaching at level 5. I've never wailed for her. It just, over the years, getting failed 50-50s, I've built her up to that point where if I claim her right now, I get her at C6, and that'd be kind of cool. However, though, Dehya, I've only got her, I think it's C1 currently. Yeah, it says down there. It says right in front of me, my gosh. Um, I want to get a C2. I've heard that C2 is pretty useful. Now, Jean, I could make it C4, and that's also pretty good. It lowers resistance for Animo, but you have to be within her burst at level 4, and so you're not going to have the burst all the time. This is going to be far more frequent, and I think far more useful to have her E ability to spam that. Now, I've already had Mona at C6 for quite a while. Thank you, hoyoverse, for that. I got crazy luck with her. She Who Shall Not Be Named, I've gotten one of, as you can see. We'll just leave it at that. I still think that character needs to be buffed and reworked severely. And I've said that a long time, but she will probably forever remain She Who Shall Not Be Named. D-Luke, getting a level 3 constellation just means a higher level, because 3 and 5 is just raising the level, right? Now, Tanari, I wish I could get a ton of his constellations. If I could, I'm sorry, Kaching, I would switch places with Tanari because him at C6 is bonkers useful. Really, really wish I could swap. I love her, don't get me wrong, I am a waifu man, but some of the husbandos, man, they got abilities. I would take their C6 any day. It is what it is. Najean's awesome too. I was struggling between these three characters. Dia C2, finally getting a C6 at Kaching, and then her at C4, but I'm going to go with Dia. Overall, I think it'll be the most useful to me for a lot of reasons. Her E ability reduces interruption to attacks as well, so there's that. That's been done. My son on my other account picked Jean, so she did get picked on my other account. I was going to go for Tsunari on that, honestly, but and this is the last time I'll see this pop up right here. When I back out and go back in, it's gone. At least that's how it was on my other account. Yep, it's gone now. Also, this has 11 hours. I'm gonna maybe no, I thought about streaming this one, but I'm not gonna do that. Just do it because you're gonna get this Mementos book. It's really cool. It's a fun little event. Um, don't miss out on that if you haven't done it yet. And then also, if you can somehow squeeze it in, there's no way I'm gonna find the time to. Make sure you don't miss out on the Archon quest. There's 500 primogems tied to that. The character ones, if you miss out on, not a ton. 6 primogems I missed out on. Mulalanis, unfortunately. The additional stuff's pretty cool too. And I'll eventually get to all that stuff. But the Archon, there's 500 primogems tied to that, so don't miss it. Um, don't know what to say other than that. Just really depressed about missing that Battle Pass reward. That was pretty, that sucked. That sucked big time. Because I've always done it. But let's just go ahead and actually unlock Dia really quick here. Been starring all my 5 stars so they're more organized. But yeah, you can also, put a little star in these characters to put them at the top versus the ones at the bottom. It was just so I could organize 5 stars versus 4 stars. I like all my characters and love quite a few of them. Okay, here we go. C2. When Dia uses the Molten Inferno Raging Flame, duration is increased by 6 seconds. Additionally, when she exits on the field, damage dealt by the next coordinate attack will be increased 50%. Anyways, it's useful. I've heard a lot of people say it's worth going for. Not Bennett level, but useful. Alright, so there we go. I'll be using her a lot more, and I do have her signature weapon, so pretty cool all around. One last note I want to say. I just realized that my character's muted. How long has that been a thing? Oh, probably because I always talk all over me? No? No? Just tone down a bit. Okay, last thing. I don't want this to be a run-on video. I tend to do that way too much. Um, and I would show you the feedback I filled out, but it won't show it on PlayStation. So I'll just tack on the video where it shows that I did try to buy it and they wouldn't let me. Um, I want to say that when it comes to what's worth spending on this game, the Battle Pass is useful. The first stage of it, the um, Gnostic hymn, not the Gnostic chorus. But the most useful thing by far is the Welcome Moon. If you're going to spend anything in this game, if I would advise you to spend anything at all, I would say the Welcome Moon's worth it. Why? Right away when you purchase one of these, it's 30 days, and you can't go past 180 days, which is kind of sucky. Otherwise, you could just charge us up for like 100 years, right? It'd be worth it compared to the crystal top up, which I haven't done yet as of the reset, as you can see. Maybe I'll never do it. I don't know. Maybe I'll never do it again, but I haven't done it as of the reset they did a month ago. So this one's worth it because right away you get 300 Genesis crystals, which you can use for buying things like character outfits. But a lot of people like me usually just convert it right away to Genesis crystal or to primogems for summoning. But it's by far the best value because if you log in every day, you do have to log in every day to get the 90. Even if you don't play, just log in, grab the 90 or whatever. But I always do the daily commissions to add on top of that. That's 150 primogems a day between the daily commissions and that, and it adds up. That's almost a wish a day. And for $5, um, 3,000 primogems in total. 2,700 from that and 300 from that right away. And you can stack this up again to 180 days. So you could stack up a ton of the crystals there and get like enough for a 10 pull wish just from doing that. Whereas if you come down here, you'd have to spend $15, and it's just the first time where you barely get enough for a 10 pull wish. Um, and so basically, 5 Welkin Moons comes to 9,000 primogems in total. And right here, I'm only going to get like 2,000. I mean, come on. Just be patient. It's just waiting, being patient. Banners will come around again. Don't worry about missing them. If I advise you to do anything in this game, Welkin Moon is where it's at. It's crazy how it's just based on time. You have to wait a lot longer to get the value out of it, but the value is by far leaps and bounds above anything else you could spend your money on this game. Now, I don't have a partnership with hoyoverse. I'm not getting anything by saying this. I'm not plugging them to promote them. I still think there's a lot of stuff about this game that needs to improve. What I am saying though is if you're going to spend it all, that's worth it. By the way, this crown, I've missed it now 2 times in a row. I gotta say, as much as crowns unlock the true potential of your characters, I would say it's better to spend your hard-earned glitter here on wishes. That's a 10 pull, and that can mean the difference between you getting a character and not getting a character. That's just my personal opinion. If you're a whale, obviously this isn't an issue for you. You can buy the crowns every month, but I'd say for the most part, just save it for summoning characters. That's it for this video. I didn't mean it to be quite as long as it turned out to be. Also, try to keep up on the web events if you have the Hoyo Lab app. This ring menu still needs work after all these years. PlayStation woes. Try to keep up on the Hoyo Lab app because there was a thing I missed, almost missed, that had a recipe tied to it for the events. Here it is. And Delights of Wondrous Wanderings. It was from a web event. And is it a super awesome, amazing, irreplaceable recipe? Not necessarily, but don't miss out on stuff like that if you can help it. I try to hop on there now. And this is why I muted my characters always talk over me. I'm going to try to be more on that in the future. I've probably missed some things like that, some permanent Serenity Pot items or maybe some other recipes. I've probably missed some stuff in the past because for the last year and a half, I haven't been religious with what's going on that app. But I'm going to try to do better, especially to get the word out for my community. Anybody that still sees my videos and subscribe to stuff, I try to do what I can. Hope you appreciate this video, found it useful, informative, reminds you of stuff you need to do, and that's it for me. Like if you're like if you feel so inclined, comment if you're new to my channel, subscribe, all that stuff. I think my brain checked out as of the start of this video. So catch you on the next one, adventures.